Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass Class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and the boys, as always, as we carry on our tabletop RPG Warhammer Fantasy game, where we are coming to an end. After acquiring the ancient elven grimoire from the tower within Mordheim, the betrayer, oh crap, I forgot a name. Why do I do this to myself? Jim, help me here. What was the ghost's name? It was freaking...
It's the VRB. The kid. What's her name?
Oh, bugger. I knew there was something I was meant to look up before the game started. I was in the rule book and hang on. Melanie Gretel Forth Elstein Bertrude. She's got a mouthful of a name. So the ghostly apprentice of Lord Tiberius. Oh, sorry, Lord Tyrrhenius. I'm getting everything wrong tonight. Tyrrhenius, Lord Mage of Death, formerly known as the Dancing Prince. His apprentice, Melanie Bertrude, and a load of other shit, turned out to be a betrayer. She swooped in, acquired the tome for herself before disappearing off. As the group made their way out of the tower, after looting it, of course, heading towards the ship, two of our party had two separate visions. Whereas Casper fell flat on his face, Lysiara stood still, staring off into space. Casper found that the Lord of Death, the Lord and Master of the Black Pit settlement, had been killed. His soul, at the very least, left in oblivion to see what evil would wish to claim it. And Lysiara took flight of wing and soared over the Black Pit settlement, flew into the tower to see the actions that led to Tyrrhias's, I think it was Tyrrhias, Tyrrhias's end, where she saw the ghostly form of the apprentice shed its disguise, showing itself for what it truly is. And knowing Torias's greatest weakness, striking before the mage could come to grasps with the scene that was happening before him, ending his life. Now, it was after that the vision ended, the familiar that had been summoned by her god, perhaps, had been snuffed out. Both characters regained consciousness, some more gracefully than others. They took this news back to the ship, and all those who were there came up with a plan. The dwarves would stand with their allies, as would the humans. And of course the elves, because they're the player characters. I'm not NPCing dirty elves. Never. They released the ship and went down to the rock, the castle within Mordheim. There, they've spent a day and a bit preparing the boat. So, the boat is now armed with a great cannon in the middle of the ship. It will only be useful for broadsides. You also have at the head of the ship a hellfire volley cannon, constructed by Humperdinck himself. You've got just enough ammo, Blackhand, that you're able to get the crew members, the NPCs who have been with this ship for quite some time, into some sort of a crew, some sort of a firing team. So they will be proficient, at the very least, at assisting you by the time the battle starts.
Okay.
Last time you sent off messengers and familiars and so on and so forth back to Siegfriedhof to try and get you the last items that you would need. By the time you get to the Black Rock, you have them. The mages, you have your grimoires, or you have any spell components that you sent off for. And for anyone who needed gunpowder or so on and forth, you've had your chance. Or you have your chance. So is there anything anyone would like to go over before the final battle plan is drawn up?
How do we write testimonies? No. Wills? Yeah, wills. That's the English word.
So you just write a will, and you have some friends or some comrades, people sign it as well. Like, for example, Humperdinck could sign it, and then you've got a lord's signature. And then you'd have, two of the crew, Bill and Ted, or two of your friends. If you do want to write a proper will and testimony, let me know, and I will give you a handout. I will give you a player note. If you just wanted to be like, if this character dies, he wants all of the group to know they're wankers. Just that.
Give it to the next
wankers.
person that joins.
The group that you are joining are all a bunch of heartless cunts. Do not trust any of them. They are all going to stab you in the back and claim that you are a bearded
Here are all
halfling.
my items.
Sorry. That is rude and untrue, my good sir.
Hope they don't already have that
If
written down.
anyone of us dies, the loot would be faster of it, and the items would be faster of the corpse, than the corpse will have time to go cold.
If I die, the dwarf did it.
It would be an amazing way to metagame that, though.
So, both of your characters will be going into this combat. Now, I need to know now from you lot. We'll start off with the still living PCs who are no longer here. Do you want them in combat with you? Or do you want them to just be phased out? This is Ragnar, Wilhelma, the naked dwarf.
I vote yes, but
In the case of Ragnar, I don't think he would shy away from combat, especially not alongside his friends. Or
The
how
Slayer
this is
wouldn't be
Slayer.
there.
So for essentially
That's the whole thing.
this is a player thing, because
Yeah.
if I'm running them, I've got more NPCs that I have to run.
Yeah,
That's the other issue you're going to have, because if you want me playing a larger chunk of the game, I can do it. But the more NPCs you bring along, the longer the turn timers are going to be, the less turns you guys end up having. If that makes sense.
much as I'd like to have them, I think for the sheer complexity of it, probably shouldn't. Because Ragnar's a beast, the Slayer's going to be a fucking beast. There's a gunslinger and another spellcaster, but at the same time, that's a lot more to add on to the battle.
Because at the moment there's 8 of you. You know, you've got 8 PCs going.
Yeah.
And you've got 3 NPCs. You've got Bill and Ted, because they've been there forever, and you've got David, because currently he has a banner that assists you. Assists.
Mario.
If I'm remembering correctly, it would be Wilhelm, Ragnar, and Illyria, I think it was the Slayer's name.
Yeah.
Because God is asleep, so there would be 3 more.
Well, and then we have to discuss, do you want the Dwarven NPCs, the ones that are left? You have Dimzid, and you have Hagrin. Hagrin comes with 2 options. One option is he's using his war anvil. This will have a special effect during combat. Or you can have him on the battlefield as just another high damage, high soak character.
I just have to ask, the war anvil, isn't that the one that basically blocks magic?
They all have different effects. Some
Yeah, it's
war
basically
anvils
the
would
equivalent
cause...
of a large-scale array of WMDs.
So some can cause earthquakes, some can cause lightning to rain down from the sky. They are game changers in battle. However, he doesn't know exactly how to use it. Like, he hasn't studied it for generations to learn to unlock all of its abilities. Essentially, if you want him to be on the anvil, what he can do now is give you 5 turns of complete magic nullification. This will not disconnect any corrupting magics. It will stop spell casting for up to 5 turns, and you can... This is 5 strikes of his anvil, basically. So if you want him to, you know, do 2 strikes, so for 2 turns the enemy cannot cast magic, you can have him be there for that. And if you want, you can give him one of the mirrors, so he can see on looking at the mirror, okay, they want me to strike, bang, and throughout the settlement no magic will be able to be cast. This is a double-edged sword, obviously, because you have magic casters, but at the same time, it could be a very valuable assistance. Him as a character is also a bit of a badass, because he's covered in runes, Gromril armor and runes, the same as Ragnar. So it's entirely up to you which NPCs you bring. The only 3 I'm putting forth are the ones that I've just stated. Ted, Bill, and Mario.
Okay. Yep. Ted, Bill, Mario, definitely. Especially because doesn't Mario have basically a banner buff?
Yes, plus 10 against all fear, terror, and there's another one on their willpower tests.
Well, even though this is very, very bad for most of our characters, I think having him at the anvil could be very good.
Mm.
Especially if the big bad starts casting something that is very big.
I'm out of character. I want to see what the anvil does, but in character, I think the dwarf will be more like, it's precious. Don't touch it. Who knows? We may need it later.
I'm not sure that is later for us.
So
Yeah, I think the
essentially,
main issue there is
as you're looking like preparing the ship over a 2-day kind of thing, a day and a half kind of thing, you can see black clouds start to swirl around the Black Pit settlement. It's the proper evil doomsday shit is kind of happening around the settlement. Animals are fleeing. The wind is turning colder and colder. Darkness. The sun just doesn't seem to rise over there anymore. You're in Mordheim, like, actually, this place looks quite nice.
that's strange. What do you think?
Again, I think having him at the anvil would be a good idea.
Unit?
I mean,
Yeah, in the anvil.
does it make sense, I see? Because, well, to us, we kind of know that there's a prophecy about the world ending. So I guess we might just try and pull all the stops. Because the fucking world is ending.
Yep.
Well, it is.
Also, out of character, I don't want to be blamed for, Sigma.
True. Yeah, no, Age of Sigmar is a no-no. Although at the same time, if we pull this off, we decanonize Vermintide.
So, for the ones that are not that familiar with the fantasy lore, what did you reference?
The end times.
If we fail, the world of Sigmar's age happens. Basically, LB.
Yeah.
Everything good about the Lord dies if we lose.
Well, so I can tell you this much. Torias was trying to stop the end times by creating another vortex within the Empire. This would have completely fucked over Siegfried Hoff, and it would have fucked over Ostergar and Sterling.
Fucking hell.
And most of the Empire would have been kind of fucked from it. He was looking at the bigger picture. What's going to happen here? We've got a load of magic casters who could spend some time pondering about what this looks like. Essentially, the creature that was Melanie, Gertrude, S1.Ch4, whatever her name was, she's trying to open up another Chaos Gate. So, kind of the end times, just different.
Sometimes we don't want that.
No, don't want that to happen.
Bill Ted, out in the field, get the hammer and the anvil. NPC or former PCs, should we keep them out or keep them in?
I mean, out of character, I understand why we should keep them out. In character, I don't know if... Because here's the thing. In character-wise, would Ragnar be out of the biggest fight we would ever have?
Waldo, get him in here. He's online, fuck it.
Hold up, let me whip him.
If you want to see if he wants to join for the last 2 sessions, by all means.
fuck?
We end up
Why
getting
that emote? Oh boy.
Oh no.
Get in here. The poor lad just put together his fucking grab right now. Jesus Christ. We can stop the sick burning. Oh. Oh, shit.
We could stop Skaven from becoming part of chaos. They can remain their own evil clan against the whole world. Yes, yes.
How the fuck does that work anyway?
I know, it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's Skaven. They would try to backstab chaos.
Skaven don't have allies, they have victims in the waiting.
They are the reason
I mean,
why
they can barely
Warhammer
keep themselves from backstabbing each other. They fail at that.
They technically eat their own babies.
They're rats, of course they fucking do.
Skaven best race, yes, yes. The sole purpose that they eat their own babies, yes. That was the thing that pushed it for me. Terrible.
God. Alright, yeah. I was actually going to put forward that if we could, we might be able to sneak. Anyone who's got proficiency in stealth might be able to sneak in ahead of time to scout.
Yeah,
I can tell you now that's not what Humperdinck's thinking.
Yeah, I know. Humperdinck's thinking Leroy Jenkins fucking pulling his boat up on the curb, more or less.
I mean, my silent move, my concealment, and my shadowing are technically amazing. So I can help in that aspect with Virelli if we have to think in ahead of time. I didn't get to make the. Actually, I don't remember. Did I finalize the spell with Luciara?
You did, but I think that's from Siegfried Hoff to the Black Pit. Or are you on about? Are we on a?
No.
Are we
not
on
that
about
one. Not not that one. I mean the ward one.
The ward one. You actually have to be in there to perform it. That's the issue.
True.
Like, you have finished it. It is ready to go, but you need to be in place to perform the ritual.
Well, in that case, I don't think we have to worry about the ward ritual. The other ritual, I can't go there that easily.
And I don't. You could attempt to tweak the ritual so that you could cast it on the boat, so the boat would be protected. But you would have to be constantly performing the ritual because the boat's in movement and it wasn't designed to be cast on a moving object. So you have some options there.
I mean, the only ward I could use would be Misdirection on the boat. The other ones wouldn't really help. Especially if I think it's the one you're talking about. Yeah, that one wouldn't work either. Well, it's just the fact that the detection ward isn't up and running on the Black Pit is fine.
So would you guys, do you want to split up into a separate group to have one group stealth in, or do you want to go in all at once? Because traveling on the boat is going to be kind of slow. Well, actually, no, you're going downstream, so it's...
Yeah, no, it's going to be quite fast, actually. Both. There's the potential for them both being actually quite fast.
I don't think we should split up when we're dealing with a demon.
I mean,
No, fuck it. Roll frontal.
there's also the other problem that you have to consider. We're never going to be faster than the boat, especially on foot.
Actually, I could help with that.
Oh.
Because I do have the Wilds Undisturbed as a spell. So as long as we don't cross the road, we could just move completely unimpeded through the wilderness. Not even leaving any tracks.
Hold up, but us at full breakneck pace, running, we're still technically movement 6, game-wise there. The boat is going down how fast on the river? Because
that boat has got a load of fucking stone armor on it. It's actually going to be
True.
slower than you think. It's
True.
just it's got the benefit of going downstream. It doesn't have to go against the current. Oy. We could do a full frontal attack, or shit. Now you're bringing that up. That could work. Fuck.
Well, so I can tell you, there's only one way of the cannon and well, your artillery. There's only one way to really use that, and that's to blow a hole in the wall, and then have the ship push through the hole, so that the Hellfire cannon can then fire death into whatever in there. If you want to get off and move along and try and get in on another direction, not using the boat, then you're not going to have the artillery. You can split up your team, of course, to have two things act when you need them. You could technically have one group with the mirror and have Hagrin with the other mirror, and then he talks to the two groups, like the group on the boat and the group on the land, to coordinate. That is a possibility.
Okay, so another thing that we have to think about: if we do sneak, how many of us can sneak, and how many of us can scale the sheer surface?
That's Didrik's entire bit. Didrik was the whole thing. Sorry.
I unfortunately don't have climbing claws, but my skill sheer surface is 73 with earlier.
I don't have skills sheer surface on Black Panther, but he's on the boat anyway with the big guns.
Yes.
Well, Livia could just airwalk over it, I suppose. But she has decent stealth.
My melee build has
No stealth.
55 skills sheer surface, and what's the stealth skill? I can't seem to find it.
Silent move.
Concealment and silent move.
Yeah, technically in this case it would be silent move. Concealment is staying, but
this is a demonstration.
Ooh, no. Again, if we
Sarah could do both. So both of my characters could make it work.
So technically, if we do split the party, that's 4 people going in the sneaky route, right?
Yeah. Oh. Fucking if we can't get Waldo Null in or whatever, but if we do need to leave his Ragnar behind, Ragnar was all about learning about the runes. He could be on the fucking the anvil as well. But learning as best he can from the anvil before it gets destroyed after being used.
That is indeed true. Yeah, I think that would make sense too. So, do we want to split 4 members of the party for them to go ahead stealthily while the rest of the group comes in blowing a hole in the wall?
I don't advise it. But I'm not your character, so
I think we can just go balls to the wall. Fuck it.
I mean,
fast,
what benefits
balls
do
to
we
the
have
wall.
if we do sneak in?
Yeah,
They
we
do
get
know we're coming anyway, don't they?
pretty much.
Technically true, yes.
Hmm. Okay.
Is Humperdinck going to lead from the front?
Yes. Well, lead from the mast and fire from his rifle. I take it.
I'm pretty sure he's going to lead from the front of the back.
I mean, he's a big guy. He provides cover.
He's also a gunman.
Which does remind me, I do need to put his token in.
You know, Humperdinck, this is your chance to be really heroic and stuff.
Yeah.
Humperdinck.
That being said, we
he
did
all right.
see Humperdinck quite heroically fight in that. Well, heroically. Master sharpshooter, at least in the combat against the minstrel. All right, fuck it. Let's go balls to the wall. Siege the place. Wait, no time. It's not siege. Overrun the place.
It is then.
Okay then. So you finish off your preparations. You have your plan, kind of.
I'm going to do something first, though, with this Yara.
Sure.
I'm going to send my Raven ahead and then back to the boat. I just want to see how our troops in the Black Pit, how they look like, if they have changed or if they still look human.
When are you doing this?
Now?
So you're not setting off now. So, like, when do you want you? Because you're doing the planning stage. So this is like the night before.
Then in this case, I'm gonna send the Raven there back. When we're going down, I'm gonna send it there again and back again.
How is Livia's sprite doing?
The sprite seems to be doing well as long as you're spending time with him, because they are a companion. So as long as you're treating him nicely, he should be doing well. But he doesn't.
No, I mean because the tree would be in the Black Pit.
I thought you put the tree in a pot.
And then planted in the Black Pit.
Yep.
I don't have a. Did I forget to put a token? I don't remember you saying that you planted it at the Black Pit. I remember you saying that it was in a plant pot on the ship, and I know you had a garden in the Black Pit.
She moved all of her stuff down into the garden. In the pit.
So then, if you planted it there, then over the next couple of days, you'd start to see it growing weaker.
Okay, so yeah, Livia would spend a lot of time with her netling, just, you know, playing with it, trying to keep it company.
So, like, before the book, the grimoire, was stolen, the netling was doing rather well, and the tree would have been doing quite well as well. There is a reason for that, but after the book was taken, the netling would start getting dimmer, basically, in its brightness. By the time the night before you're leaving, it has dimmed to a point where you do notice it, and you can see that its demeanor has kind of losing energy. It seems as if it's getting weaker. Yeah, I think that's the only ill effects that be happening at the moment. So, Lysiara, when you're sending your raven, you're sending it in the evening, this evening now. And then when were you sending it?
The first time now, while we're still in the planning stages, just so I can get a look of the place. And then again, before we actually reach.
Okay. So, when it gets there, and you look through its eyes, it is very dark and quiet. You can see that the lights are on in the tavern, and in the main house they're on. There is no other wildlife anywhere near this area, and your familiar actually transmits like this real feeling of unease. It does not want to be here. It knows something is very, very wrong here. And you can kind of see that in the demeanor of, so perhaps someone goes to the John quickly, stepping outside of the tavern and going to the loos outside, and you can visibly see that they are like nervous, sketchy, looking round as if they can feel that something is not right this night.
Wait, has the guard relaxed too?
No.
While we're not there?
No, the guards are in place, but
everybody looks sketchy.
Yeah, everyone looks as if they're shitting themselves, as if something is about to happen.
Okay. I'll inform this to the party.
Okay.
So the dwarves work long into the night to get the guns in place and safe, to get the shields up along the sides, to get the hull strengthened. But by the early morning, the dwarves have finished. Most of them will not see combat. They were just there to do work, basically. And you were ready to set sail.
How long does that take?
Tiffany makes one last breakfast. She has a fortune point. She'll use it. Oh, Jesus Christ. She's worried. It's a 99. It's terrible. It's absolutely fucking horrible. If this is your last meal before death, bring death quickly. Oh.
This Sarah's not gonna eat that meal. Aurelia will because she has to.
You can see, Aurelia, you can see that she is visibly, like, looks sick, worried, and apprehensive of what is coming. Humperdinck scoffs at the food and picks up some brandy. I think it is best to have an empty bowl before battle, but I'm sure the energy from the spirits will help a lot. You would all notice that on this morning,
leftover Russian?
You have your own rations if you want to cook them yourself, or you eat them like dried, where they're not going to be as nice. You'd notice that Humperdinck's medallion is glowing, and you are still some distance from the Black Pit.
Oh boy. Do we have any rings or jewelry that we collected on the on our trip?
I don't believe so. If it's not in the boat or in the cart, then that would be a no.
Never mind. I can't up our chances up with this anyway.
Need a ring?
I need a ring with a socketed jewel in it. If you have one of those and you want to give it to me, I can give it back to you later. But
Oh, fuck, the only one I have is the luck ring. I thought I did have a couple of rings there, but no.
Charm test minus 20. As you
No.
As you look at your lord with puppy dog eyes, because he's the only one who has a chest full of jewelry and shit.
My lord, please.
Sarah might have some jewelry over.
Hang on. I can fucking charm. I can charm Humperdinck. I did it before.
okay, indeed you can.
He well, I suppose this is going to be a bit of a...
It's just one simple ring, and it will be returned. It's fine.
Plucks one off of his finger. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Your thing.
Thank you. I'll take the ring and I'll cast this. I just need to find it. I'm going to use this much. Actually, no, more. I don't want to risk it. The spell failing. Get a different character. Boop. I forgot to do the challenge.
Is there no music this session?
Yes, there will be combat music.
Yes.
Okay. This modifier that I remember of, so boop. I'm going to use my voice of reason to reroll the 2. So that's a 6. That makes my pinch curse no longer applicable. So I'm good, and the spell works.
You bastard.
I enchant another ring.
You bastard. You take away all my fun. Okay, sure. So,
I now have 6 casts of this.
Are there any other final preparations you'd like to do? Handing out of items or anything else?
No, I think I'm good. What about the rest of you?
I got a fuck ton of ammo, so I'm good.
I'm good. Rally will make sure that she has plenty of ammo too, so she's good.
I got the spell components I was after, didn't I?
Yes, they would have arrived the morning of the day before, like the day that you were doing all the planning. They would have arrived that day.
By the way, if a character has a repeater crossbow of best craftsmanship, and they fire the magazine of 10 bolts and then have to reload, do I really have to take 4 turns to reload the magazine, or can I just put in another magazine?
I'm sorry, you didn't make a magazine for it. It is best quality, which means it does get +5 to hit, I believe, and it looks all fancy and shiny. But you would have needed to have developed something like that. Just because it's best quality doesn't mean it gets a magazine. Same as with the Hockland. That has extreme range, but it still takes a turn to reload. So yeah, you'd still have to spend the 4 turns if you have the related skills, less turns to reload it.
I mean, if you really want it, I could loan you a crossbow pistol that I have, so you have 2.
No, it's fine. I was just asking because of the magazine.
And technically, if it's 10 shots for 4 turns, you're already getting a 6 turn gain from a normal crossbow. In fact, I think a normal crossbow you lose, it costs more than that to reload. Can't remember, I haven't looked in a while.
Well, I can shoot 3 bolts per turn.
That's not too bad.
So, as you set off, now the map's not exactly how it looks on. You have to use your imagination. The eastern side is connected fully by water. So, as you sail down the River Reich, I believe, you're getting quite close to the Black Pit settlement, quite close to where, like, it's about 15 minutes from the pier that you docked at before. It's at this time that Lysiara sends her familiar to scout again. Before your Raven gets there, however, Lysiara, and most of you would see this if you're on the deck of the ship, the black clouds have grown significantly. There is now a swirling vortex above the Black Pit settlement of clouds, and the clouds are moving in from the surrounding sky. And at the center, there seems to be crackling, flashing. Every now and then you see just a tiny lightning bolt, but it sparks weirdly. It comes out of a small cylinder, a small lump at the bottom of the vortex, and goes in to the cloud vortex again, shooting round, and you see this weird, almost circular motion of lightning in the sky. Just before the Raven gets there, you all see and hear a colossal thunderclap as a lightning bolt strikes. The lightning bolt is, I believe, bright blue or a corrupted blue colour. As the lightning bolt strikes, that part of the Black Pit lights up. Your familiar, Lysiara, gets, like, if you close your eyes and try and look through its vision, for a few moments you can't see anything. But then a few heartbeats pass and it's almost as if the connection is re-established in a weird way, as the bird is flying quite violently, as if fighting against a fierce wind. And as you look around, you can see that, yeah, the shrubbery and grasses around and some of the ruins around the building are being blown away. And that's when you hear the screaming.
If I do sense that I can clearly see that the Raven is in danger, I'm just going to call it back. I'm not going to risk him.
Sure. You feel that the bird is fighting the weather and the conditions. You hear the screams, but call the familiar back. For the rest of you, you see the lightning strike, and it goes eerily quiet for a good 5 minutes before the sounds of waning and wailing come on the wind. For those of you who have telescopic devices or Hochland long rifles that may or may not have a scope on them, you can look over and you can just make out the fortifications, the walls, the dock. You're about 10 minutes away, maybe less. After about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, where for our elves, you can just about make out the walls now, and you can just think you'd be able to see the actual people on the walls. You don't see anyone, but the waning continues. Another 4 minutes or so pass, and you see one of the mercenaries charge up onto the walls itself. He seems to be clutching his shoulder, but as he sees the ship, you can just see him waving his arm. Something is spraying out the side of him. For those of you with telescopes on your telescopes like Wilhelma has, I think Blackhand might have one as well, or Hocklands that would give you telescopes as well. You can see that something has gashed almost his entire shoulder in half. He was holding his arm on. Now that he's waving, his shoulder and his other arm just slough away from his torso. As you see some giggling, horrific monstrosity jump up onto the ramp that leads up onto the wall and strike the mercenary with some weird power that leaves him screaming. The giggling monstrosity, a weird pinkish horror, disappears down, and you hear this time a woman scream. You are about 5 minutes away from the walls themselves, just coming into firing range for the cannon, when you see the mercenary not collapse onto the floor, but scream and howl up at the sky as two thin blue arms push out from his mouth, splitting him in two, and another bluish horror comes chortling, giggling out, jumping off the walls and down as you hear more screaming.
I believe we lost the unit.
No. You lost 2 units.
Oh no!
Huzzah! He hath returned.
So, good news is we've seen the enemy. Bad news is we've seen the enemy. So out of character, they sound like they definitely sound like horrors.
Only people with telescopes can see this, right?
The elves can just make it out. No, sorry, you could just make out before. Yeah, so it's in sight for the elves.
As the Sierra, I'm gonna channel and just have it ready.
Actually, considering the elves did see it, and so did Humperdinck, you are quite far away and on a ship. I'll let it off this time. You get a chill down your spine when you see it. As Humperdinck sees the creature, by the gods, what is that monstrosity? I thought the Marquis was bad, but... Right, Mr. Blackhand, prepare the cannon. Fire upon the walls, make a hole. Band,
Aye, aye.
play some inspirational music. We will go into this fight blazing. We will be a glorious beacon to all that remains holy and great in this nation. We will not let this evil corrupt us. the band, who, yes, we're on board, who can't see what's the horrors, just look like, huh? What? Huh?
I see. That's why we didn't keep them around.
Of course they've been here the whole time. I was going to do great things with them, but it didn't happen. Come now, stop standing there with slack jaws. We're about to go into battle. We need to be inspired. Mario, wave the flag. Raise the banner high. Yes, my lord.
An aiming actor.
What was that?
So, I can't remember if the Golden Hammer had some good music or if it was all crap. I was just saying, I was sure there was a one with more of a roll 20. You going to? No, they weren't. They weren't. That's terrible. Okay, so normal combat music. The normal stuff. So
I aim and I shoot twice.
No. You're firing the cannon, not the Hellfire, not the
Whoops.
the other one. So yeah, this is single shot. So your crew have gathered around you. You know, they've loaded the cannon up. You've taken aim with the slight bob of the river. You're firing a wall, so I imagine there should be a +10 there. Oh, hang on. No, you rolled a 2.
The wall dot.
I rolled the 2. And my target is 109.
Right, okay.
Well then.
The wall cannot dodge, so please roll me damage. And you're also firing on the wooden part of the wall, not the brick part.
That's a headshot.
So, as the ringing sound, the roar of the cannon, you all, especially the elves who have never been this close to it, in fact, most of you have not been this close to a cannon when it goes off. The shockwave and the sound is just incredible. You had no idea that there was such a concussive feeling that came when a cannon of this size goes off. You're also now all ringing in the ears. The boat rocks to the side slightly as the cannon shoots back. The dwarves have tied rope around the cannon and around the side of the ship, so it shoots back, hits the rope, slows down. The rope stretches a tiny little bit before pulling back. What's your question? What's your
Also,
question?
1 AP. Don't forget 1 AP.
1. Terrible.
Just one thing. Would Aurelia and Livia, since we did experience the Black Week or the Black Powder Week, I don't remember what's called. Would we be braced for when we see the cannon, or no?
No,
You're right beside a cannon compared to cannons firing off around the city.
So there was.
We would absolutely know what to expect, though.
So here's the thing.
You're expecting the sound,
here's the
but
thing.
not when it's right beside you.
Here's the thing. 1, you know what a cannon sounds like from a distance. You've never been stood right next to a cannon and been next to it when it fires. 2, Black Hand didn't really give any warning. He didn't say fire in the hole. He didn't say, whilst you guys have been staring over, like, oh my god, what is going on there? What is this?
Everything did say fire the gun.
Yeah, he said get on the cannon and fire it. But it's not like a good artillerist probably would have said, prepared the guns, ready to fire, fire. Whereas you've just rolled. Remember, when you roll, the action is done. So no, none of you had a chance to prepare yourselves and you know.
No, that's completely fair. I was just asking because maybe Aurelia and Livia would have, the forethought to brace themselves.
no one did. No one did. The cannon crew did, because they knew what was coming, but for all of you, like, it was just like, oh dear. What is that? What's the boom? Oh. So yeah, there's some
basically, he yells, get on the gun. Blackhand's already on the gun and just pulls the trigger.
Yep.
Get on the gun! Boom. That was quick.
So
He said, get on the gun and fire.
he did. So there's a moment where you take over Blackhand, where the cannon's been fired, and you're right. Swap it out, reload it. You're going through the procedures. Everyone else is currently like, by the divine, fuck me. So about 2 turns before you're ready to fire, Humperdinck, Blackhand, can you warn us before firing that cannon again? Good hit though. I just Obviously he's shouting, but I'm not going to.
I shout back, yes sir, because of the rats I have in my ear.
So 2 more turns pass as everyone else is still like mark. Blackhand, you need to hit the same point now because you're trying to blow a hole in the wall. So there is a -20 to the shot.
I aim.
Shot.
Oh boy. Right over my ears.
I shout, firing.
I'm gonna make sure both my characters have their ears plugged.
Yep, you got a chance this time. No. You certainly got a chance this time.
For what did I get that plus? For what did I get that plus then the second time?
So last time you got a +10 because you're shooting at a wall. This time you've got a -20 because you're trying to hit the same point.
Yes, but I aim for +20, so what?
Yeah, so it's cancelled it out. So just flat.
Come on, roll 20, go on. That roll really must have pissed Snuffle off.
I think you're 4 points away from that cannon exploding, by the way. Experimental? No. I think it's 92. I think it's 92 where the cannon explodes. Because it's experimental.
I rolled an 8, though.
No, sorry, yeah. I was looking at your target then. I was like, that's terrifying. So with another 30 points, that you're actually doing more.
More fucking damage.
Don't forget AP1.
So as the second strike hits the walls, again, these are just wooden walls, old wooden walls. The first shot went straight in, blowing out a chunk from behind. The second shot aimed a little bit lower, and you've made a decent hole to get the ship through. Captain Dapper, turn us about and head into that hole. You would notice at the front of the ship where the machine gun basically is, the dwarves have set up a basically 2 spring-loaded planks. You kick a device and the planks shoot out, which should make you a gangplank.
I'm gonna make sure to brace in the back of the ship.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so all the NPCs are moving to the front of the ship and holding on to things there. And everyone braces as the ship smashes through the hole into the wall, coming to an abrupt stop because there is no more water. You just hear things downstairs just crashing and smashing. Let's give a few of the crew. Nope, with an average, the most of the crew holds on and does not go flying. Can I get an agility test from all of you with you? Pretty much all set brace with a plus 20. I'm mainly looking for hundreds on this. You're all quite high leveled.
What is it, sorry?
Agility plus 20.
Okay.
The band stops playing for a moment as they're shunted. Should give them a roll. No, they do quite well.
That mariachi band better become Mad Max level of war chanting by the end of this.
They're getting there. They got a 20 on their group agility to carry on playing. And
by the end
Both of
of
my
this,
characters roll a 17.
Yes.
by the end of this, the mariachi band better become their own mercenary company.
God damn it. You used all the good
Wow.
rolls now.
Okay, agility for everybody, right?
yes, please.
Yep.
Plus
Yeah,
20.
is there any other thing you could roll instead of agility?
You could use like acrobatics.
I don't think that exists. Unless you count dodge blow.
Is there not a? I thought there was a. No, there
No.
isn't.
Not in
The
fantasy.
it's a trade skill, or it's a performance skill.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so you
performance
could
is fellowship.
you could use a performance. Well, yeah, if your fellowship's better than your agility, then you've just lucked out. If you have acrobatics,
It's fine.
performance.
I'm just gonna. There you go. What's my character fight?
Yeah, there really isn't another. Huh, that's kind of funny. There isn't another skill that you could actually use. I suppose you could use strength to like hold on to something. Black Hand, can I
No,
get
it's fine, it's
both your dwarves to give me a agility test with a plus 20, or in fact a strength test with a plus 20 to brace?
Wait, it was with a plus 20?
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus.
Okay, so in that case, that my targets would be 73 and 108. So I succeeded either way. I'm fine.
Brendan goes toppling. And Black Hand is fine. Stayed on the gun. Okay, so Brendan will have to do a full action stand up when he gets into combat. So,
Cast a spell real quick.
who failed?
Robin.
Yeah, Brendan failed. Yeah, so he goes.
No, I was asking would I be able to cast a spell just before we jumped into combat.
You can, but here's how that will work. Oh, look, I missed a patch. So, you are all on the map screen, the combat map. Essentially, you're getting a bit of a surprise round of you can go anywhere in the light. Not the tower that's there. I should hide that now. Obviously not the tower, but anywhere that's revealed by the ship, you can position your character. If you want to cast a spell before combat, you have to be on the ship.
Yeah.
So whilst everyone else is moving forwards, you are basically hanging back to cast your spell, is how that essentially works. And the other NPCs on the ship, if you want to put your characters in front of them, they're basically Black Hand's crew for the machine, for the Hellfire repeater cannon, whatever it's called, this thing. So Black Hand, you should have your character on here, on the gun.
There we go.
And if you'd like to then roll initiative for all your characters.
So click the fucking character.
Where would Brandon have landed?
So Brundon can be anywhere in the light. Essentially, if you want your melee character to hit the battlefield running, then as soon as your ship stops moving, he charges down onto the grass. If you want your character to be up high to shoot, like Ted is doing, you can go anywhere on the walls in this first turn. If you want to cast a spell, then you're staying on the ship to cast your first spell, and then when your turn comes up, you're moving on. So you can see that a couple of the NPCs are down on the grass where they've moved forwards.
What's the point of an initiative button on a sheet when you still have to select your token?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you still have to select the token because it's for GMs. You know, I can't have a million different character sheets for all my NPCs, so I can just click on a token and roll initiative for them. I suppose they could have a player initiative and a player sheet and a GM sheet.
But hey, your initiative improved.
Yeah, no, I'm putting it back.
Okay, so do we have a Bill, a Ted, a Humperdinck? Yeah, we have all of them.
Oof. Only one worse though.
Oh boy.
You know, I fully expected worse, so that's actually good.
That's a 2.
Oh, I know. You're still a dwarf, though.
Oh boy.
Oh, Black Cat is going to take you a while before you fire that gun. Okay,
Yeah.
so because you are all higher up, you basically get to see all the map. I only hid it so you couldn't see what was happening when you were positioning your tokens. So there are a few of your people still alive. As it seems, one of your NPCs is trying to protect a garden. Stupid girl. Silly girl. But she is.
You mean good girl.
Silly
Yes,
girl.
she's a good girl.
Protecting
Yeah,
a
get over there.
garden when all hell is breaking loose. Oh, hang on.
She has a lucky charm. Just saying.
Yep, no, I am well aware she has that lucky charm. That will be her her oh shit, please save me device.
Just saying, I would make sure that Tiffany is secure, or Aurelia would. She's not nowhere near the front line.
Oh boy.
I actually think she was needed for gun crew. To be honest with you, I think she's actually like next to Black Hand.
I mean, if she's next to Black Hand, I would basically grab Black Hand and say, dude, if a single hair on her pretty head gets hurt, oh.
I genuinely think. Hang on, what is it? 1.
Black Hand
2,
pulls out
4.
pulls out some rubbish. What did you say?
You heard me, dwarf.
I didn't. I had props in my ears, so I don't get deafened by the gun.
I'm just gonna point at Tiffany. Keep her safe.
As much as safe is within a couple of miles of a demon.
I'm gonna do that thing where I point 2 fingers at my eyes and at your eye, not you.
Black Hand doesn't look impressed.
Oh.
Okay, so the ship has struck. You've all set off. For any mages, please cast your spells now. If you're planning on staying on the ship and casting a spell, this would be your surprise round. Well, kind of surprise round, in which to do it in.
I don't like that the first spell to be cast is called Acceptance of Fate.
Do we do that outside of initiative order?
Yes. This is before the first turn has gone off. So,
Sure.
for example,
There's a double.
yes, there is a double there. That's why I'm smiling. Yeah. So this is out of initiative.
Oh boy.
It's like the turn before combat is joined. So
I'm gonna use Voice of Reason because fuck that 8.
Did you both get one? Oh, wow.
Yeah, but Voice of Reason, I annulled mine.
Yeah, I don't care. Mine just is reinforcing mine. Everyone within 12 yards or meters of me is now fearless.
Are we allowed to cast aggressive spells?
Okay, I still have 5 charges on my spell focuses.
Technically you can. There's no reason why you can't cast aggressive spells. But you wouldn't really know exactly where everyone is. Because this is like, so the people who have ran forwards, for example, weren't able to go, well, there's an enemy, there's an enemy, there's an enemy. You've had that chance now because you know where all the enemies are. So I would rather you not, if it's a precision spell, if it's, oh, I need to target that particular person, I'd rather not, because you didn't know that person was there. Like the archers can't shoot someone as a free action before turn. If it's an AoE area, you could, because you know the layout of this place. You know, right, I'm coming through this wall, there's going to be a couple of tents and a well. I'm going to plonk something there to help us. But yeah, if it's targeted, probably not. If it's targeted, not, because I haven't let the rangers shoot anyone.
Well, I could go for a large AoE. Although, yeah, it would make more sense to just cast something to buff myself. So.
It's an buff. We move next turn. That's when the killing begins. Oh boy.
Okay. Are we in turn now?
I believe so.
In that case, can I move and shoot, or is it still surprise round?
No. So now we're in turn timer. Now we're in initiative.
Okay.
Because essentially your mages were giving up their movement to cast a spell, whereas everyone else has moved into the position that they want to be in.
In that case, I would have moved over here. Sorry.
Yeah, by all means, move your character. If you want to be on the high ground to where you'd get a bonus, you can be on the high ground. If you want to be on the low ground,
okay,
by all
wait,
means.
high ground. That's right. But I guess I'd have to be somewhere like here. Can I be over here?
Yeah,
Kinda.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
The whole wall is high ground. The ship's just a little bit higher than it.
Oh, if you're technically higher than the wall, then okay. First turn,
Don't forget to look to your side.
What was that?
Don't forget to look to your side.
Oh, I know. I'm going to be targeting that creature first. So I'm just going to aim and fire.
So fortunately, thanks to Geddy's first action, the first spell, you are not affected by the fear that the creature gives off. Because these things are fear-causing. Hang on, is it fear or is it terrifying? Let me just have a quick look. I do have the book open on all the correct places, so you don't need to...
What is it? The timer for this? So that is 6 turns. Oh boy.
I'm not counting height advantage because he's on the wall. but still.
Height, yes, for that creature there isn't a difference. So the ship's only a tiny bit higher than the wall itself, but for creatures on the ground, you will get a +10 to your shots.
Thank you. In this case, I didn't need it.
Actually, it seems as if you're fine for the blue horror. The blue horror is... Hang on a minute. Wait. This can't be... Huh. Horrors of Zinch do not cause fear.
What? Oh, okay.
Horrors of Zinch, these horrible, babbling, gribbly creatures with really long arms. They basically look like the dude from Monster Inc. Just twisted and cruel with, big old mouth. Yeah, they don't actually cause fear. I was sure they
Just
did.
the sound.
Are you sure it's not one of the different talents? Because don't forget, there's different talents that technically cause fear, or traits.
So I'm guessing it's the mutations. Because every single one is meant to have a 75% chance of additional mutations. However, there's so many of the bloody things, I wasn't going to do single mutations for each one of them. So, they have a chance.
But to have something like unsettling... What was it? Unsettling, frightening, terrifying, and what's the other one? Menacing?
Yeah, I think. Menacing's also a buff, I think, for...
Intimidate. Intimidate and torture. Frightening is what causes fear. Terrifying is what causes terrify.
So we are going to say that they have a fear rating of 2.
So
because I rolled a 38. Oh,
there is a... Fear works differently in this? Fear does work differently in this. It's not like Oni War where it's you get it negative.
I'm well aware. You have fear and terrifying. Fear makes you stand still in a babbling. Oh, what do I do? And terrify makes you run away. I'm just doing one quick roll for them.
Fair enough.
And they don't have any fear modifications. So, because I was just going to quickly add on a fear rating to them. But I can't bother because they rolled really low and got something really sad. So they actually don't cause fear, which will help you quite a lot. Bit of a downer for me because I was genuinely sure that they did. I think like all the other demons do, or is it the screamers of Zinch? And there's also a wheel of Zinch or a disc of Zinch. No, Zinch's creatures do not do not cause fear, apparently. Okay, fair enough. So because this is fantasy, he can't dodge. So you have Struckada, the blue horror, that you're nearly 100% sure spawned from the mercenary. Spawned from the mercenary. No, what the? Oh, right, okay. So the AP doesn't matter. Oh Jesus, I didn't actually realise I'm going to have to do some proper maths now. Jim, you bastard. Okay.
Who doesn't love doing math? Especially online.
Isn't it great?
With people watching you. No pressure.
Okay, so as the first arrow strikes the creature, it starts gibbering and giggling. As the second arrow strikes the abomination, you see the light in its eyes dwane. As the third arrow strikes, you're sure it's dead, as a weird kind of, like, it lets out this giggling scream and its whole body is sucked back into the immaterium, into the realms of magic. And it is just gone.
Oh, one down. Shit done more to go.
I want to quickly see, did I actually upload an image of the horrors, or did I just upload a token? Because I have noticed I haven't given a very good description of a horror. No, I didn't. I just uploaded a token. So be prepared, people. Scary thing is about to appear. I'm going to make a token massive. Ah. So, a horror of S1.Ch4. There we go. A bit better. These are horrible creatures with spindly limbs, genuinely multiple limbs as well because of their mutations. They have just this creepy, giggling laughter that follows them everywhere that they go. And when you kill one, we'll use this one. When you kill one, it has a chance of turning into one of these. Well, actually, two of these. Oh, come here. I'm zoomed out too far. That's the problem. A blue horror of S1.Ch4. These can also appear when a horror kills someone as they rip their way out of the carcass. Very disgusting, very creepy, very evil. We'll delete him. So,
just a question. If you alt-click something, don't you enlarge it for everybody?
no, alt and cold click just zooms it. It zooms everyone to that location.
No, that's shift and click. It's one click.
Oh,
I know.
does it
I know there's a way. I know there's a way to make it pop up. It's just it makes it easier for you.
Oh, show characters. I think if you click on a character sheet, you can go to show players, and it will appear in.
You'll be able to
window.
see the stats and everything like that, though. I wouldn't recommend it.
No, it's not that. It just enlarges the actual token. I've seen people do.
I don't know what hotkey that is then. I don't
Regardless.
know. But Cedric, you were up.
Cedric is going to shoot an arrow at this guy.
Sure, go ahead. Fires the arrow.
Longbow, making the attack. That is standard range, I believe, and aiming, which means I'll just take the one shot. Hit.
You strike the creature in the left leg. It giggles happily. It's not just Nurgle's minions who giggle and chortle. Ooh, that's a good hit.
Yeah.
So 13. Unfortunately, the pen doesn't matter because they don't have armor on. Sadness.
Oh.
Only it was corn.
I think if you click Alt Z and click on something, it's going to enlarge the token.
Alt Z.
In short, yeah. Sorry, Shift Z. Yeah, see?
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
See? Quite cool, right?
Yeah, no, fair enough. That is actually quite cool.
What hotkey is that?
Shift Z.
Sorry, Shift C. My brain's going.
I think only the GM can do it though, Albie.
Yeah,
So,
I've been trying it.
Yeah, no, I'm just writing it down in my GM notes.
So your shot fires. Your shot hits Cedric. Hits a creature in the leg. You see the so you basically you shoot it in the knee. You see the arrow go straight through the kneecap, and the thing just chortles madly. Although you can see that it the limb is almost useless now. It just seems to just hobble about, hopping up and down, laughing. Casper, you're up.
Casper has moved. Gonna move and advance this. So. There we go. That's a full move up. That's all I'm doing
Sure.
this turn.
Sarah.
Done one turn.
I like how that. So, unfortunately, people at home, you can't see the auras that are currently up. But I like how Casper's aura doesn't go underneath the land bit. It cuts off. Hang on a minute. Let me move you to the front.
Sarah is going to use a repeater crossbow and fire at the one blue horror she can see. Doing 3 attacks from where she stands.
Which one's that? Can you do a line to it or ping it? Oh, yep, sure. You can do that by all means. So right arm, body, and head. Roll for me some damage, please. So, as you crank the handle or do whatever you do, hit the three triggers or however your crossbow is designed, the 3 bolts fire out. As the first one hits the arm, it pushes the creature back. It, again, like every other time, it chortles and giggles happily as the second strike hits it in the gut. It seems to start to fall as it looks up at you with its twisted face as your second bolt hits it square in the face. Again, a small weird portal of some sort, a black hole, seems to suck it away as it disappears into the ether. Olivia. Look how you've all rolled.
Fun.
How you've all rolled next to each other, so you can go one turn next turn, one turn next turn. It's brilliant.
Oh boy.
All but Black Hand.
So I'm going to need a large AoE template in the middle of those 3 in the back here.
Sorry.
That's so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to move it to the map player then. Let's see if that. There we go. Okay, and it didn't go too low. Right. So, you want the large template, which I believe is. Have we been using the yards or the squares?
I'm pretty sure we've been using the one that has a bigger number. So yards, I think.
And we've been converting it into yeah.
Meters/squares, yeah.
Okay. So
Otherwise, range gets funky.
So, oh, hang on, no, that's a. So it's so 10 basically.
Just right in the middle of those guys.
Now, can you all see the token?
If you
Can you see the
Yeah,
aura?
I think yes, not the aura.
Why? Why?
Now we were able to see the large template.
There we go. Can you see that? Oh no, still not.
We can see that.
Oh, you can. So,
I can see that.
sorry, the Soon Raccoon's screen. Well, when I looked over, I couldn't see it on his screen. That's too big.
I don't know. I
So
don't know if it makes any. I don't know if it makes any difference, but you might want to click off the square thing so it rounds off the edges.
Further to the back. So it captures the 3 guys back there. Yeah, that would work. So all 4 of them that I hit take 8 damage, and they have to do a successful willpower test or be helpless for 1 round. And the frost remains for 4 minutes, and the movement rate is halved in that area.
Items and cast result.
Yeah, no, I just changed it so everyone can see the auras now. Oh, I'm such a derp. It's under talents, frightening, not special rules. They do have it. It's under talents. Okay, so technically they are all frightening. So it is a good thing that Casper has his thingy-majob up. So they all take 3 damage, which I will do first.
And I need to roll the Inch of Curse twice.
Oh wow. Excellent. Excellent. It's just all flat willpower.
Yep.
Okay, so 1 for Pinky. Oh, I am very sorry. He's on Whisper. That's a success, however. A 49 on a 60. The 3 blue horrors. Make sure this is not on Whispered. There we go. So, so all 3 of them are stunned for 1 turn.
They're helpless for 1 turn.
Oh, sorry, helpless for 1 turn.
So attacks do plus 1d10 and automatically hit. I think, if I remember correctly.
I believe that is correct. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll go with the most difficult one. Yeah.
Should I roll the willpower test for the arcane mark?
Yeah, I believe we use the optional rules. Okay, so we've got 3 stun, 3 helpless blue horrors.
Oh, and I need to do a toughness test.
And we have so every muscle in your body begins tingling for 1d10 rounds, so you get a -5 penalty.
No.
And your nose is bleeding as if you've seen something that has aroused you. Marvelous. It aroused you to see the horrors twitching and giggling and chortling. That's what everyone thinks, anyway. So, Lysiara, it is your turn.
I'm gonna have to move forward, so I'm right over here, and I'm going to start half action to start casting the spell.
Sure.
And that's all I can do. At least I'm one step closer to Casper, so he no longer is outside. He's gone.
Fucking realm.
Okay, well, Bill is going to fire at target that is, well, not closest to him, but in the best line of sight. Actually, let me just double check. 24. What was that? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, it's a bit further than I thought. Okay, so it's 39, so I don't even know if he could actually reach that far. Oh, no, he can. It's long range. Jim, what does long range mean? Minus 20?
Minus 20, yeah.
Okay, so Bill aims, he gets plus 20, and then he shoots at maximum range, so he fires flat. Oh, sorry. I didn't need to roll, did I? He's helpless. Auto hit. So yeah, auto hit. Roll damage. Oh! Oh, would you look at that?
And he does an extra 1d10.
So his target is 40. So let's see if Orc is with him. Orc is with him. He gets another 3, so he does 16 damage plus another 1d10. He gets a 7. So yeah, that one's dead. That one sucked back into the warp with a chortling giggle. Ted is going to move up. Humperdinck is going to take his Hockland and is going to shoot at a horror. Because why? Oh no, I'm not using a horror. I'm using Humperdinck. So he is actually going to half action take out his aiming stick and place it stick it in the ground. Not that it matters because he auto hits. And then he also gets another 1d10. Oh, he gets a 10. Marvellous. I'm going to say you don't righteous on extra ones. So he does 23 damage. This encounter's not going to be difficult enough. He does 23 damage, banishing this cretin back to the realms of realms of magic. Wow. Okay. Blue horrors. Finally, you get a turn. Wow, you're kind of slow. Oh, hang on, what am I doing? Move back. It was you. Oh no, it was you. For some reason I thought I was just moving random ones then. Next one. Oh god, where is he? Where is he? There he is. Oh, hang on. He comes chortling. Running over. We have a pink horror who hears the commotion going on, giggling and laughing. I think... No, the pink horrors have got more movement, don't they? No. They have the same movement. Okay. It is David Wise, aka Mario Jenkins. He takes a half move up. Oh, no. Sorry, wrong way. He takes a half move this way and plants his pike in the ground as a half action. performing the special move with a pike. Can't remember what it's called though. It's on his character sheet. So, more pink horrors. There's a lot of them. Oh, cool, this one. So, pink horror who just got zapped. It is going to use... Yeah, okay, so I just need to measure this out. You have to excuse me, I didn't measure out where all my players were going to be. I'm not that much of an arsehole.
Just one thing to remember, while inside the frost dome, they move at half speed.
Yep.
Thank you for reminding me. That was most vexing. Most vexing. Can I reach now? He chortles as he moves forwards. Mother... Hang on. I've now got to look for another fucking ability because you guys have to ruin my fun. Okay, right. This is a better one. Right. 24 with this one. You're all in rage! It fired chortles as it fires it hurls a swirling pink and blue fireball at one of the opponents within 24 yards, but squares because we count it. This is a magic missile attack. So he is going to if you're gonna cast, you might as well cast full power. He uses all of his magic. He doesn't channel though.
Yeah, I don't think he, minds the curse much.
There is no magic modifier. Go, my minion! Holy shit, he only just made it.
I would just like to remind you that that doesn't even go through the dome. Because the dome provides 5 armor to everybody. Against ranged attack.
How did I get all these? I used 3 fucking dice and I got 2 1s and a 5. Motherfucker!
I mean, he did get a 2-inch curse, so.
And then I rolled a 1 for damage. I mean, come on. This is fucking terrible. Right, so we're going to go from the top, counterclockwise. Oh, I'm gonna have to count them all now. Fuck! Okay. Who was I firing at? Unit. Pick a number, 1 or 2.
2.
Okay. That one. You hear this as you hear just an explosion somewhere around the battlefield. Right, another just to explain what happened there. Whenever a pink horror gets a Tzeentch's curse, the Tzeentch's curse still happens, funnily enough. But instead of happening normally, like all you other pathetic mortals, instead what happens is something quite amusing. One random horror on the battlefield explodes. That's it.
So they're technically doing our job for us.
Every Tzeentch's curse helps you just that little bit more, yes. It's a cruel fact.
Excellent.
Albie, you are up with Brunden.
Yes. Let me take a look. While I'm looking, can someone explain me how charge works?
Same as Dark Heresy, you can move your charge distance into combat, and you get a +10, and that's it.
Alright, I have a move of...
There's no
4.
way anyone can charge into combat at this point unless you are Sarah or Mario, I suppose. Oh, actually, Casper could probably charge because I think you've got a ridiculous charge distance.
Yeah, I ran to there.
Sure, you can do that.
I also have the Gromrail Warhammer at the ready.
Sure, that's perfectly fine. More
I
shortling
do have
commences.
a crossbow. My actions are spent. On to the next one.
So many. It's like playing with the nids all over again. Mario Jenkins. Ooh, a dwarf. We like dwarfs. Now, I'm going to do the same thing again. Why the fuck not? So the pink horror goes chortling away, and he fires another pink fireball at you. Oh, actually, hang on. I didn't move. I can channel. Channel for me. Chortle to your master's delight. Yes, I've channeled successfully. Marvelous. Use max power. Yes. No, there's no ingredients. And there's no other modifier. Roll for me. Roll. No! Damn it! Brundon, you are hit for 10.
Can I dodge?
No, there is no dodge in this, unless you're Casper. Can you give me a willpower test? Or you are stunned for 1 round. And can you pick a number?
Do I have any bonus? Is it does resistant to manish?
Resistance to magic
magic
would give you a +10 to your willpower.
Target 60. This should be fine.
So you are not stunned. So you take 10 damage to the chest. You can remove your toughness and armor, so it probably doesn't do much.
It bounces off my nipple.
And you are out of the magic sphere of defense. Pick me a number between 1 and 2, please. Albie?
Yeah, I'm rolling the dice.
Oh, you're gonna roll for it. Okay. So there is a chortling, a laughter that goes out as another one blows up. Nah, we'll make it this one. Well, no. Actually, we won't make it that one. We'll make it this one. God damn it! I didn't think this was gonna be so devastating. It's actually really, really bad. I don't want to lose my chortling creatures. I don't want to be the one who has to fucking kill them. And when they run with their arms flying in the air like the inflatable men. Those
God.
inflatable waving men guys.
Like a regular
Hilarious.
man.
I think you forgot to roll initiative for the 2 pink horrors at the very top.
No, the 2 at the top have all moved. Have both moved.
Oh,
Yeah, they're in the initiative. There are 44 and 23 in the total.
Yep, they're either side of from them.
Yeah, I just moved them at a later date. I believe. How long were they helpless for? It was 1 round, wasn't it?
1 round, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be their next turn that they regain themselves. So he is still out of it. So this one can now go as it runs down back towards its prey. So, Black Hand, your weapon has been made ready. Your crew are technically there manning the gun. There's just not enough room for all the tokens. Would you like to roll 1d10 to see how many shots you can fire? Was it 1d9? Can't remember.
1d10. So the gun only has like what? Let me take a look.
I think it does have 10 shots. Or is it 9 shots?
Roll 1d10. This is the number of shots. Yada yada yada. Roll 2 hit for each shit. All targets must be within 6 yards. Must be reloaded after firing 9 times.
Yeah, it must be reloaded after firing 9 times. So you have 9 times.
So I have 9 barrels. Can I get a 6-yard sphere?
You want a... Ooh, hang on. We're going to have to copy you. Copy you. Paste you down. And then we will make you 6. And then we want to make you blue. Why not make it blue? Something like that?
Yeah. Can I get control of it?
I think you do.
I think I do not.
Okay. I will... Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I want to edit the token. I want to go over here. There we go. Right, you should have control over it now.
Yes, thank you. Well, it's not like I have much of a better grouping to fire at. Unless someone else wants priority targeting.
Oh, mute the tower.
I don't think it's a good idea. Or that it would even work.
I'll shoot this grouping then.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other beneficial groupings currently.
So roll me a 1d10.
What is the 5?
I would
5
also
shots.
have aimed.
Yep, sure. You can do that. So
Now other modifiers.
So I can tell you now, if you shoot this one here, you automatically hit it. I will be gamey because it is a spell and you can read the spell's description. So technically that one you don't even have to roll to hit.
Can I go from back to front?
Sure. And the back one you also get an extra 1d10 per hit. Sorry, per damage roll that you roll. So you do 15 plus another 1d10.
18. AP1.
18, sends this thing back into the wall as it chortles away.
That's 1 shot, 4 shots left. I hit.
Ooh, fucking hell, 19 damage done.
And 1 armor piercing.
Sadly, the armor doesn't matter with these guys because they're all butt naked. You can see their dongs swinging in the wind as they're like, "Mah!" It's probably why they're laughing so manically as they run towards you, their flailing arms. Penis and balls just swinging
I mean,
happily.
they are creatures of dreams. Are we entirely sure what the dong might be?
Oh, exactly. 32 different little headshots.
So, I'll just... so your next shot actually... oh, hang on. These are not magical. These are not magical. They have a resistance to it. So, yes, the first shot does still kill the creature. The first one.
Oh, wait. So, this is my second damage on this dude if I didn't kill him with the second ball.
So, yeah, if you use both shots on the other dude, you will kill him. Because, he's not surviving 39 damage. So, your second 2 shots sucked back into the winds of magic, into S1.Ch4's home. And your last 2 shots, fucking hell, another headshot. And an arm shot.
Oh boy.
So yeah, as you unleash just da 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 da, you just see as the demons of S1.Ch4 are flung back into the winds of chaos. And that has a
How many was that in one turn?
3. And now I have something sad that I have to
No,
do
I
to
mean
my-
total.
Oh, in I think it was 7.
That's not bad.
You know that one, goddammit. Oh wait, no, we can't because it's the end of the fucking turn.
That's 1 turn on the clock. I was not expecting you guys to kill that many in the first turn, to be honest with you. But
I mean,
no,
you gave me a cannon. And
this
I
is
have,
true.
I have very high ballistic skill, so
But I genuinely thought they would put up more of a fight. But then again, they are horrors of S1.Ch4, so I shouldn't be
To be fair,
surprised.
they could have been a lot worse if, the fearless aura didn't go off.
Yes, that's also another big thing. You guys having this fearless aura and a protective aura from Lysiara as well. Now, I need to ask, how's everyone doing for time? It does look as if it's a long turn. I think it was about 45 minutes.
I mean, I can do half a turn.
You guys are
Maybe
up for that?
Technically,
We might just wipe out some more of them before the end of the turn anyway.
This is true. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys do go first. So if you
I
want
say we go one more turn and then just... That'd be the alright place to call it.
I will be 30 seconds, maybe 15, as I run to the fridge to get another beer. I'll be right back.
Oh boy. My fearless only lasts 5 more turns. And then I can cast it again. But it
I
gets
don't
you-
last for 4 more turns, so long as you're inside the dome, you have +5 armor against ranged attacks.
Ah,
What
okay.
do you need, right?
Ah, so you're a walking void shield. Good to know.
Kinda.
Pretty much.
Ah, perfect.
Not as good though, because you're with 5 armor when they're like block the entire attack. But still, the attempt
It's
exists.
5 armor against ranged attacks.
Yeah.
So, Aurelia, you're up.
I'm gonna protect David Wise. So 3 body shots. That's a 1.
That is a natural one. A shot straight to the head.
Damage.
So,
Hoping that's enough.
just to correct, because these are non-magical, they do have a little bit more resistance to them. However, this one was really, really hurt before you started shooting it, so you notice with your first shot that it starts to fall, as then you fire one into its head and one into its body, into its back as it falls over, and then gets sucked back into the warp as it starts giggling on the floor and like its arms flopping about like snakes.
Well then.
Another one dies. Terrible, terrible. I wanted to mutate him. I can't now.
Okay,
So,
and Cedric is going to fire 3 shots at this fella. That's long range, I believe.
So minus
Roll
20.
Yes. Yeah, no, never mind. That's okay. Alright, weapons. Longbow. 1, 2, 3. Here's 20. Here's 20. Hits. You can't
Okay,
dodge,
2 hits.
so that
Please
is
roll the damage.
and then 7.
Okay, you strike him twice. He chortles and giggles every time, every hit, but he does not disappear. He is still very much there, creeping his way towards the group.
Oh boy, which way do I go?
But now he has rapey eyes.
Great.
He has plans for you now. Not very subtle ones, though. Zeech wouldn't be happy.
Alright, and Casper is going to be casting a spell.
Sure.
Holding one hand out. Don't need it.
Nuffle, give it to me! Doubles, triples.
Doubles. I got doubles, but spell goes off.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! That's all that I need.
My new summon weapon appears,
Ooh.
which is a large magical scythe.
Yeah, hold on, just one thing. Why did you use 5 dice for something that is casting number 8?
Wanted
It's
to make
all
sure.
or nothing.
What the fuck, dude?
Also, dark magic. Go big or go home. There we go. Hang on. Oh wait, no.
Why?
Go big or go home.
Casper's
I
the
have
kind
been
of
using the
player that I
maximum
like.
amount of spells. I've been using the maximum amount of magic the entire time.
Why?
Probably the demon.
Because it's shit or
That's
bust,
cool of
that's
magic
why.
1-on-1. You don't use it. You don't have to.
Mwah. It's overkill in a
Fine.
beautiful way. In a beautiful, beautiful
And I move up
way.
7 meters. So yeah, instead of having the Fist of Corn, I now have a massive magical scythe of purple energy. That is the fast quality.
Please,
At least it's
please,
assist.
give me a decent one. Let Nuffle be kind. Give me goodies.
Oh,
Major
For fuck's sake.
manifestation.
you might want to use your fate point.
I don't have hit points.
Don't you have your lucky charm?
Too late. Oh boy.
God damn it, Casper! You just brought out a scythe and you went naked.
It bursts into flame. He's a fucking
Yep.
vampire.
He's a fucking naked vampire.
Oh boy.
It's weird. The PDF took me straight to critical, so I was just like, oh dear, this is worse than I thought.
I don't think I can use the luck ring on it anyway.
So, the damage is, well, that's ridiculous. It tells me that it ranges from 1 damage for a small campfire to 10 damage for a raging inferno.
Roll 1d6. Well, 1d6.
I would say it's definitely a moderate flame if something just suddenly sparks to light. Yeah.
Okay, so your clothes catch a light. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to be much more intense than a campfire. So I'm going to say that it's damage 3. Hang on a minute, because then it's... So this is how it works. It's damage 3, but if the character is exposed to fire source for 2 or more consistent rounds, he must make an agility test for each round or catch on fire. Once blazing, the character loses 1d10, I'm guessing, plus 3 wounds, with no reduction from armor or toughness. Each round until the fire is extinguished.
Once you're on fire, that ignores armor and toughness. If it's just damage 3, that is just 1d10 plus 3. You can still use armor and toughness, I think, from the side of things.
Okay.
So the
then,
first one is armor and toughness. Second one, ignore them.
So you've still got... I'm not sure if you take this damage straight away, or if you've got basically
My clothes are
2
on fire.
turns,
I think I do.
or if you've got 2 turns to put the clothes out, because it does say consistent. You need to be 2 rounds of consistent I am on fire. Then he must make agility tests each round, or catch on fire. That's... Actually, I think that's something different entirely. So I think, like, if you were running through a burning building, for example, if it took you 2 turns, 3 turns rather, to get out of the building, you would set on fire, and then you would start. So we'll take Casper as he is on fire. So you must make an agility test, or take 1d10 plus 3 wounds per turn. So as the material, I mean, it just engulfs, just really quickly, Casper just jams his scythe into the ground and just starts rubbing everywhere, smothering the fire, putting it out. He is smouldering, however. And you stink.
Probably, yeah. For vulnerability, I don't take any extra damage from fire, surprisingly. I just take full damage from fire instead of the resistance. I don't actually have the
This
fire
could
weakness.
have been so fucking amazing. I mean, if your clothing actually burned up and you were suddenly in the sunlight, not only do you take the damage from the fire, but also the fucking sunlight.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there is no sun. As I said before, there's this swirling vortex of cloud, and it doesn't appear as if the sun is able to pierce through. This is really,
The sun
really
is over
dark.
Mordheim, but not this place.
Yeah, I said you're looking over from Mordheim going, holy shit, Mordheim looks quite nice. Like, should we just stay here?
Oh boy. Well, that was fun. So,
You've summoned your thing, you've moved forwards, and you've extinguished yourself. Yeah, no. We'll go with that. Sure. So, Sarah, you're up.
Seeing how everyone just eradicated those demons, Sarah is going to just shoot a prayer up to Sigma, just because so many demons are dying, and she didn't expect everyone to just have such valor.
Casper was screaming about more when he stepped off the boat.
Worst thing is, you have a golden hammer of Sigmar, and you just said you were a priest of Sigmar not too long ago.
Boy, back in the car.
I'm more amazed that you
And that's it then.
I'm more amazed that you didn't catch fire before this encounter.
Like,
Sure. Okay. And that is a full action. Cool. So yeah, you lower your head in prayer, and you feel Sigmar's protection come over you. Livia, you're up.
Livia glancing up, would she... How tall is that wall to her left? Can she see beyond it?
Yes. The wall is ever so slightly lower than well, there's actually a hole where it seems as if the lightning bolt may have struck the wall and blown it to pieces.
So she's going to call out to Molly and the other two that are there to get to safety toward the boat, and she is going to cast a spell. 1 second. She's going to cast Father of Thorns. There.
Sure.
Like behind Molly, so she isn't in the AoE. But anything trying to pass there.
And how large is the area?
It's a large template.
And what range do you have? Well, here you go. Controlled by all players. And we shall make it crimson. Yes, crimson. Oh, that's not really crimson. So yeah, if you want to place it where you want.
Basically in some way so Nolly isn't affected when she starts to move.
be like that way. You got plenty
Yeah,
of
that works.
movement for it.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. You've actually got a couple more squares if you want to use them.
No, that's my turn.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm just. Is that 4 damage? Or is that 1d4? 1d10.
1d10 plus 4. When they move in there. And it stays for 4 minutes.
Your characteristic, so basically the whole battle. It's not turns, it's minutes. It's like, okay.
See what I can do when I get natural Earth.
See what I can do when I do anything.
Burst
Fucking
into flames.
Fire. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Hang on, I actually got doubles there in my fucking curse, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you got a 99, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hang on, why did you roll twice though? Oh yeah, because you had to get major, yeah.
No, not for the major.
No, it was because you rolled a minor and then you had to roll a major. So that's why you rolled twice.
Total corruption.
So yeah,
I have dark magic.
Isiara.
The drawbacks.
Honestly, the fact that these people are dying this fast is actually not very good for me. Can I see this creature?
No. Not from where you are. You're looking at a window on a very peculiar angle. Like you might see flashes of blue, but again, they're very jittery, moving creatures. You can see them. You can see the top of the pink one down there.
I mean, I can just see this one, right? That's the problem. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna cast something not as demanding. I'm gonna half move forward if I can. So I'm off the boat. Just at the tip of the boat right here. And I'm going to cast...
So you're not actually on the boat there. You've only got like one square on the boat, I think.
Yeah, I'm just jumping down the boat then.
Oh, if you want to jump off the boat, then you are going to have to do a agility test. Because you are jumping is a decent height.
And in that case, never mind then. I'm just going to stay here for now then. And I'm just going to focus fire this dude.
Yeah, you've got to be at least 12 foot up in the air from up there.
Oh no, that is fair. I'm going to cast, let me check if it's Fireball. Yep, I'm casting Fireball at the creature down there. So, it's a lot of magic. Boop. Boop. Yep, that's not a lot of damage. And no Cinch Curse.
It saddens me. It does. It's just...
You've had plenty this turn than they have the entire fucking campaign. Calm down.
and what's with this? What's with this rolling 4 dice? Eh? Surely 2 would have been enough. Eh?
I mean, I had to roll twice last time.
I rolled 5 for a fucking casting number 8 spell.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, the casting number is 12, and I only rolled 4 dice, not 6.
Oh, fuck.
You destroyed a creature, banishing it back into the warp.
I wanted to cast Fire Blast, which is 1d10 plus 1. Minimum 6.
So, Bill, he knocks another arrow, seeing the creature over here, and he fires. God damn it, it's 30 something. That's still really long range. Oh well, Bill. You know, you just keep firing your single shot. You're not the hero of this story. They're wiping things out on the other side. Oh well, you miss. Ted, cannon fodder. Run forwards and protect these people. Oh God,
The
the
effect of
movement
a
is so...
blank.
Oh, that's too much. He's in there too much. Humperdinck. Humperdinck reloads his weapon, I suppose. How far are we? What are we doing? Okay, we'll go a little further. David is going to... Why not? He'll stand the guy who got him laid. Seems only right in these times.
Wait, what?
You gave a prostitute some good coin to get him
His first nuke.
Oh, I thought you said he fucking stabbed me though.
Oh no, stand with you. Stand with you.
You might not want to anymore. The drawback I got was disturbing presence, which is basically the same thing a fucking blank does to everyone around him. It just makes everyone feel uncomfortable.
So he was feeling good about himself. He's stood next to you and now he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to be here.
Although I am making everyone fearless around me, so maybe it can nullify it.
I mean, technically, aura is malignant to animals and children.
No, it's -10 to all to fellowship in all situations. And children and animals refuse to go near me.
True.
Oh boy. I should have just fucking full moved, shouldn't I?
Do I go with? No. We're gonna go with the long range one. Yes, the long range one. Let us go over to here, and we're going to channel Vazinch. They succeed, marvelous. I mean, they've got a target of 80. I shouldn't really be too surprised. But they will cast with all their magics, which sadly has decreased. It's decreased. It has. Oh, sadness. But oh, so much gladness as they hit. They strike at her. She has been struck. However, as the creature throws its pink and blue fiery balls at Miss Noelle, the lucky charm, the pendant around her neck given to her by apparently one of her friends, glows brightly and she is saved. Actually, 1d10. Does it break? A 3. No, it does not. So she has been saved for now. Brendan, you're up.
I guess it's time to do Oren.
I'm gonna mutate you. I'm gonna touch you and make you all tentacly.
Yep. Wait, you move half in this circle, the yellow circle. Yeah, you move his halved. No, try to avoid it.
I just do a move down then.
It makes me so happy.
Fuck.
Oh no, it makes me so sad. Unit, what type of damage is this? Is this ranged damage
Magical.
in here, or is it
magical? I guess.
No, do you know what it counts as? If it counts, well, I suppose it's magic, isn't it? But you can do, like, does it count as ranged, or does it count as ranged, or like a ranged magical attack, or a melee magical attack?
It's
If
an
I remember
AoE.
correctly.
Basically, it's moving through the briars and they cut it if it's moving.
Cunt. Okay. Fair enough. Bollocks. Okay. Ruining my bloody fun. You are. Just because I'm feeling lazy now, we can add a 4 to this. 11. And then it is magical. Okay, I think it goes to there. I should have made this a plot of corn somehow. I think corn's beasts would have been a bit more fun to use. Technically, it's the end of his turn now. Wait, hang on a minute. I'm going to be a Judas. Move back 3. If you're going down, you're taking that fucking trollop with you. Right. Half action, cast a spell. Throw a fireball at her. Throw a Zechian fireball. You're going to die. I cannot save you, but I can at least make you do something useful.
Who?
Die, woman! Huzzah! Right. As you call out to your friend, Livia, you see the fireball miss her by the closest margin, and you know magic doesn't miss. She screams and pants as she tries to move away. The second fireball comes in, and Miss Noelle is left burning and screaming. She dies. However, it is this demon's turn up here, and he has just killed Noelle over here.
I like that one.
However, it's 13, take away 3 for her toughness. Yeah, that's enough to kill her. Well, actually, she's a named NPC. I might be generous and put her into crit. I might be generous and put her into crit. It's fairer. So I just need to do a willpower test with him because unstable. This creature has actually taken damage in melee and has not done any damage in melee. So I believe unstable actually takes effect. Which is why I was... Because you have to do melee damage for it to counteract. Now, let me just give this another read. So they're linked between the two worlds. On any round which the horror is injured in melee combat but fails to inflict any wounds in return. Yeah, I've got to say that's got to be in melee, the way that it's worded. Because you're returning the melee attack. Or the wounds in melee. So it has to succeed a willpower test or be banished back to the realms of chaos. And I think their willpower is actually quite good, so. He succeeds. Marvelous. So. I feel really bad now. Oh yeah, no, sorry, Noelle is not dead yet. This is a good point. Noelle is not dead yet.
Really, she lives with like 1 HP or something.
She's gone down to -2. She's -2 to the chest. So I'm just going to roll on Ted's sheet. Because technically she does... Oh, sorry, not blood loss. Sorry. Technically she doesn't have a sheet. She's a named character, but there's no reason to stat her. She just uses a standard human template. Which is where she gets her 3 toughness from. So, she's gone to critical 2 to the chest. Oh my days, her armor is damaged. She doesn't have any armor.
Nope.
Up to the groin. Huh.
Her cooch hurt so badly that she cannot do anything for one turn.
Fireball to the cooch.
I mean,
Are you sure these aren't Slaneshi?
Seems to just stick today.
She's still alive. She's still alive. I'll take the X off of her. She's got a burning cooch.
Oh, poor Noelle.
Okay, well, we'll see if some magic can heal. So, how's everyone doing for time?
I'm still good.
I'm still good.
There's only a few horrors before it's Albie's next
Yeah.
turn, so
No, that's actually what I was thinking. If I can get the horrors, if I can get the horrors turn done as quickly as possible.
I mean, I think in this case it's up to Albie, right?
yeah.
And I could probably finish this round. It's only 3 turns.
Less than that. We've only got a couple, but one more to move, and then it's your turn. So, you fired 4 times last time? 5 times? So another 1d10. And we will see how many shots you get this time. I believe to a max of 4.
Okay. So do I want? Yes, do a max of 4. You are correct. And I give these lot.
So those ones in there are still in the building. Only one of them has just exited now. But those 2 are, and I'm pretty sure this whole battlefield is in range of you. But that's 41.
Oh, the building.
I mean, I'd say shoot the building. Why not?
So you get 3 shots off. You can optionally choose to reload at any point.
I aim. This one is on the one in the back.
Shot. Come on. Nah, fool. Nah, fool. Nah, fool. Nah, box.
That's the wrong weapon.
Yeah, but you're only to hitting. It's fine.
Yeah.
Come on. Nah, fool. Nah, fool. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Actually, I think a 2 will still fuck them up quite a lot.
Holy
But
fuck.
that certainly wasn't a 2.
I switched to the other monster.
20 damage, holy shit.
39 damage.
Yep, no, the he is sucked back into the warp.
And there's a 4.
Substitute my degrees of success.
Sure, you can do. Oh, Jesus Christ, you could do that. So if we say it's just 10, just to make it easier, so you get an 8. You replace 8 with that, so that's 19. So that is
33.
33.
It's a kill. Or a kill.
Sucked back into the warp. Sucked back into the warp. Sadness. This is terrible. So it seems as if that is the point where we'll be ending this this session, and I certainly hope you've all enjoyed it. I've hated every second of it, except from the few seconds, the bit of joy when Tzeentch's curse has emerged on the players. You know, I didn't actually think I'd go killing off like 3 of my own guys with Tzeentch's curse, but hey, there you go.
I mean, it almost turned fucking Casper into General butt naked, so.
This is true. This is true. That did make me smile.
You almost killed
almost.
my favorite NPC.
This is also
Almost.
true.
No.
Look, the fireball to the minge too.
That made me smile quite a lot.
Oh
Quite
shit!
a
Wait,
lot.
that's the horror fireball, right? So isn't she stunned for a turn?
Oh yeah, good point. I have to give her a willpower test.
Well, she can't take an action anyway because, you know,
This is true. This is...
Oh yeah, big shot.
her cunt is burning.
And should be stunned anyway. So, I certainly hope you've all enjoyed this, and if you want to see the conclusion to this little adventure, join us next week when we will find out if the cooch can be saved or if it is lost. We'll try and save the cooch. So, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Yeah, take care, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
I don't